Hi Amber, how are you?
Hi Elizabeth, good thanks.
Good, good. What's the team news for Sunday?
Team news, we're looking okay. We're without Alejandra. Her muscle injury was a little bit worse than expected, so we'll miss her now for the rest of the season. And then we're just waiting to see how Leanne Kiernan is. She picked up another knock in training on the same leg that she got a knock on against Chelsea. So I need to see how she is after further assessment.
And how's Olivia Smith doing after coming off the other day?
Yeah, Olivia wasn't as bad as first thought, so she's been in full training this week and will be fine for the weekend.
Good stuff. And what were your takeaways from the win over Brighton?
I thought the first half in particular was really strong. I really loved the energy from the team. Got off to a really good start and really dominated in that first half. Could have been out of sight at half time, so yeah, was really pleased with that first half performance. And then second half, I think when you peg back a little bit, when you peg back early on in the second half, it changes the dynamic of the game a little bit, but we managed to see it out well, and stayed in control in the second half. Just didn't dominate as much on the ball. So great result and great performance overall. Really pleased.
And you're in a bit of a battle for fifth place with Brighton. How important is it to hold on to fifth? And moving forward, what do Liverpool need to do to close the gap to the top four?
Yeah, really important that we hold on to fifth place. That's the aim for us. It's as high as we can finish this season. So the teams below us will be wanting to catch us. We've got to make sure that every week we're absolutely on our game and we do everything that we can to keep that fifth place. So that starts with Tottenham this weekend. And look, we want to keep improving week on week. I've said this loads of times before, but that's the aim for us now. I think we've made great progress over the last couple of months, but we want to keep pushing on, and it'll be no different next season.
And just finally from me, what sort of challenge are you expecting from Tottenham? Obviously, they've been on a bit of a poor run of form and will probably be very keen to get a result on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be ready to try and break that bad run of form. So we've got to be ready for a tough Tottenham side. We know that they possess lots of threat in their attacking line, and they might not dominate the ball, but if they get opportunities in front of goal, they can be really clinical. So we've got to be mindful of that on Sunday for sure.
Great, thanks Amber.
Thanks Elizabeth.
Thanks Elizabeth, and we'll go to Claire Tweed from Mersey Sport Live. Claire?
Hi Amber, congrats on the win against Brighton.
Oh, thanks Claire.
I was just wondering, how important is a home win against Tottenham ahead of the Merseyside derby in Anfield next week?
I think it's really important that we perform well on Sunday and get the result. We were disappointed with the performance and the result against Villa last time out at St Helens, so we'll be looking to put that right on Sunday. And of course, it gives you great confidence and you keep the momentum then going into the Merseyside derby the week after. So, yeah, it's a really important fixture for us on Sunday.
That's great. And then last time against Spurs, it was the first win of the season for Liverpool. How do you think the team has changed since then, given we're entering the last few games of the season?
Obviously, we've seen a change since I've taken over. We're completely different in the way that we set up, different formation, different structure. I think the overall level of organisation has been really good in recent weeks, so that's going to be important again on Sunday. I think two completely different sides, almost, in my opinion, Claire, in comparison to the last time we played, so difficult to put it all into words, I suppose.
That's great, thank you.
Thanks Claire, and we'll go to in the room to Megan Fringa from The Athletic. Megan?
Hi Megan.
Just a quick one, because you said earlier that the team's been making progress and then it's about continuing that progress, but in the last couple games you have had in charge, where do you think the progress has most been made, and where do you think, like specifically, the progress still needs to be made?
I think without the ball we've been really solid, really well organised, and difficult to break down in both like the Chelsea game and same again against Brighton. First half was good against Brighton in terms of with the ball, looked really threatening on transition in particular, but we want to be more controlled with our possession, and just have a little bit more style, I suppose, in terms of the way that we play. We want to produce really good football to watch, exciting football to watch, and I think we can really improve in that area.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Megan. And we'll go to Steve Hunter from LiverpoolFC.com. Steve?
Amber, obviously with the derby being at Anfield, as we just said, this will be your final game at St Helens Stadium for this season. How much have you enjoyed that link-up with your new stadium this season?
Yeah, it's been really positive for us moving over to St Helens. Fantastic stadium, an amazing playing surface. It allows us to play the sort of football that we want to try and play. And the home support has been fantastic all season. And I think if we can keep improving the product, it will help grow our fan base and our following at St Helens. It's been a great home for us, but we want to be more consistent there, I think, going forward.
And I know you always make a big thing, Amber, about the training being so important to execute your game plan. And from a couple of players I've been speaking to this week, they're all saying training's fun, it's brilliant. And that's so important, that, isn't it? I think that's a big thing, what you've brought here, really. The training is so important, isn't it?
The training's huge because that's where you spend the majority of your time, and I think what you do out on the training pitch then reflects what you do in game. So we try and relate as much as possible to what we're going to face at the weekend and train with the same purpose and intensity that we play with on the weekend. So that's been the biggest shift, really, and I think the girls have really enjoyed that approach. And from my perspective, they've certainly responded in a really positive way. So it's been really good to see.
Thank you so much, Amber. All the best on Sunday.
Oh, thanks, Steve.